Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. In the Caro-Kann defense, c6 supports a quick d7, d5 pawn push to control the center and challenge the e4 pawn. d4 grabs control of the center and attacks the e5 and c5 squares. d5 controls the center and attacks the e4 pawn. e5 closes the center and controls the important d6 and f6 squares. c5 moves the same pawn twice in the first three moves, but it takes more space in the center and attacks the d4 pawn. Your opponent's move strengthens their pawn chain, develops the knight, and attacks the center. They bring out their knight, increasing their control over the center. You trade off equal material. A straightforward recapture. Your pin restricts your opponent's knight. Your opponent develops their bishop off its starting square. This lets your bishop step into the game. They overlooked an opportunity to castle kingside. That was a fair trade. A clear recapture. You are threatening to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. You get a chance to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. Taking that pawn will win material for you after the follow-up trades. A straightforward recapture. A clear recapture. Moving their bishop to a better position. You are bringing your knight into play, eyeing the central squares. They've brought their piece into play while forcing your knight to retreat. This is a good time for you to get out of trouble. They defended their vulnerable pawn by pinning one of your attacking pieces. You overlooked an opportunity to eventually win a pawn. Their rooks can see each other now, allowing them to provide mutual defense. You kicked your opponent's piece from that square. A correct move to get their bishop out of harm's way. Nice way to win material using a fork. Moving their threatened bishop to safety. Nice, you capture a vulnerable pawn, winning material after all trades are completed. They missed a chance to eventually win a pawn. Clearly, you don't want to leave your knight in danger. They are threatening to capture a knight and win material after the follow-up trades. You've added an extra layer of protection to your knight. They are threatening to tactically win a pawn. You prevented your opponent from being able to tactically win a pawn. A correct move to get their pawn out of harm's way. A good choice to move your threatened knight. They are right on target. There was only one good move and you found it. Good job defending that pawn. A clear recapture. The capture was finally made. A straightforward recapture. You step your king away from the checking rook. They missed a better way to move a rook to safety. You are now able to challenge the opposing rook for the open file. You challenge the opposing rook for control of the open file. They overlooked an opportunity to block an attack on a vulnerable rook. You get a chance to take an open file with a rook. Nice choice. Your recapture also improves your rook's position. They slipped up a bit here. Not the worst move, but definitely not the best. You offered your opponent the chance to trade off equal material. They exchanged pieces of equal value. You recaptured the piece. You are going to lose your pawn to this fork. You escape the check from the knight, capturing your hanging pawn. This is a fine move. This move doesn't help their position at all. Your passed pawn is one step closer to promotion. I like their choice. Now, your opponent can't stop you from winning material if you make the right moves. You are threatening to checkmate the king.